Do you guys remember this headbutt? Because I personally can never forget it in my life. I'm A.K. Gumbiade, your trusted ER doc. Welcome to World Cup Diagnosis, where I talk about the diagnoses that remind me of all 48 of the World Cup teams. Today, we're talking about Algeria. Now, I know Algerians are going to try to come in and being like, listen, Zidane played for the French national team. He did not play for the Algerian national team, and I know this. However, you have to admit in that moment, when he headbutted that Italian player, he was 100% Algerian because he wouldn't let him disrespect his sister. So today, we're going to talk about Algeria and we're going to talk about the diagnosis of chest trauma and commotio cordis. As we've seen from a lot of games already, the head can be very, very powerful and dangerous. The way it can hit soccer balls and send it flying, it could also cause quite a bit of chest trauma. Particularly to Italians. In the situation of headbutt trauma, what are the things we have to consider? The first and probably most likely thing is just bruising of the chest. That will linger for a couple days. You'll have some pain, but that will self-resolve. The next thing that is probably more concerning is breaking of ribs. And that could be more problematic. It could cause more issues, especially if the lungs are affected by the ribs breaking. But depending on how severe it is, you may be fine just going on, carrying on. That'll heal probably within a couple weeks. However, the most concerning thing with headbutt trauma, if done with enough force at the right time, is this diagnosis called commotio cordis. Commotio cordis is this very rare phenomenon when you hit someone at the right time with just the right amount of force in their cardiac cycle that they go into cardiac arrest. Although it's something that's mainly seen in more forceful and dangerous sports like rugby and or American football, it is something that could also be seen in soccer/football as well. It just has to happen at the right time with just the right amount of force. If it ever happens when you are around and there's no other medical personnel to help, what I would say is make sure you or someone else calls for help first and then just start CPR until help arrives. And remember, probably the best way to avoid this happening to you is don't talk about people's sisters, and definitely do not disrespect Algerians because they don't play. And if anyone asks you, how did you learn so much about chest trauma or commotio cordis? Tell them it's because you follow A.K. Gumbiade, the trusted ER doc, and follow me for the next videos.